Good morning, wrestling fans, and welcome to PWR today. It's Friday morning. We made it to the end of the week. It's February 25th, 2022. The man they call Meathead and the Matthew Thomas of Matthew Thomas's, Matthew Thomas. Good morning, Matthew.
Hey, thank you for that fine introduction. I go by that. I also go by the winner of the 2022 PWR draft. I will take that introduction as well.
Yeah, we were going to get to it, right? And I brought it up a little bit on Monday morning with Linda, and we talked about it on Tuesday. But since we've had you Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I've intentionally avoided bringing it up.
Yes, indeed. I thought I heard it spoken of, teased a little bit on Monday, if you will. But since I was listening in the shower, I didn't hear it later in the podcast. So I thought maybe I got like some soap in my ear or something. And yeah, but
you know what? Matthew, I told you this off air, but I don't have my glasses on, so I don't know if I can read these numbers straight.
Yeah, you know what? I can understand. I can understand not wanting to broadcast such information.
Let's talk about it from the email that was sent to us from the accounting firm at Dewey, Cheatham and Howe. With what do we have left? Technically three wrestling nights left. AEW Revolution, WrestleMania Night 1, and WrestleMania Night 2. The totals. In first place, Matthew Thomas and Team Nelson Mandela, 3,825.
Yeah.
In second place, again, my vision's a little blurry here, but it looks like 3,315 for the man they call Meathead and the team of Meatheads. And then the K at 2,990 points. The Elimination Chamber netted Matthew Thomas 385 points. Meathead with 240, Linda with 125. Matthew had a title win and a title loss.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta give my props and my credit to my friend Brock Lesnar, who has he's really been kind of a late season prodigy for me, and has gotten me 2 title wins. And then of course I can't forget my consistent workhorse Bobby Lashley that has just given me that consistency and some title wins throughout the year. And then of course I think Mr. Consistent from pillar to post has been Roman Reigns. My goodness, look at all those title defenses, Meathead.
Yeah. All right, so again, we've got AEW Revolution, which are double points, and I don't think you have anybody on AEW.
No, that's my strategy.
Okay. And then WrestleMania Night 1. By the way, we're going to take this right into our first bit of news. It is the story is out there that it's not 100%, but it looks like it's confirmed. Main event for Night 1, WrestleMania on Saturday. Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey.
I will be in attendance there, so I do not mind seeing that matchup one bit.
I have both the women in that match, and I feel that's a title win for the man they call Meathead and Ronda Rousey.
That could dampen the evening a little bit if I had to deal with a title win from the man they call Meathead to finish off the show. Think about that.
So no, I'm pretty sure Ronda Rousey's winning the belt at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty. I don't know. I think you're right. I think that's a safe assessment. But that's why they wrestle the matches, Meathead.
That's why they wrestle the matches. Also, that's why they wear the gear. Matthew, who sponsors this program every morning?
Oh, Collar and Elbow Brand. And there's going to be a lot of Collar and Elbow Brand in Dallas. You can go collarandelbowbrand.com, enter promo code Linda K, save yourself 10%, and use that on some maybe some airplane fare or some train fare or some bus fare or some
Uber fare
or some money to pay your hitchhike person that picks you up, the hitchhiker. You know what? I think the person that picks you up is the hitchhiker. And if you're hitchhiking, you're the hitchhikee. A lot of people get that confused, but I think that's the way it goes.
I was thinking that, now that I looked at the hotels and I got the lodging all locked in, I think I'm going to try to take city transit. I wonder if I can find a city bus and ride the Dallas city bus.
Maybe they have trolleys like they do in San Francisco.
Oh, you know what I would hope they really do have?
What's that?
Rickshaws.
Yeah. You know what? You need a rickshaw. Wait a minute. That's something different. Man, you need horse-drawn carriages there. It's Dallas. It's cowboys, man. You got to have. Will
JBL's horns be on the front?
Forget even a carriage, man. You need to ride a horse bareback into AT&T Stadium.
Bareback? You mean with no shirt on?
I mean, you can be as bare as you want to on the horse, Meathead.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We're already getting ourselves in trouble. All right, let's run into the news here real quick. I don't see the post being official from WWE yet as of this recording. However, everyone else has confirmed that Cesaro and WWE have parted ways. Matthew, we thought that Cesaro, and I drafted Cesaro, if you remember, in the original draft. We thought Ceasaro was going to be on his way. The king of swing into summer. All of that was all getting copyrighted. We thought Ceasaro, with that main event program right out of WrestleMania, was next to be, in the main event picture and to be one of the top guys. And it just went.
And the thing of it is, like, you could be saying that for this past year. You could be saying that for 5 years ago. You could be saying that for 7 years ago. Remember Andre the Giant, Battle Royal winner? Remember the Paul Heyman, protege? I just think that WWE, somebody like that, one of the most gifted technical wrestlers in the world, WWE is just not the company for him. And, as much as I don't like seeing him not with the company, I think if there's anybody that has got potentially thriving in AEW, it's Cesaro. I think he would be utilized right in that company. It's just, I don't think he was ever going to be utilized in an appropriate fashion in WWE.
Now, Cesaro's contract expired, which means there is no compete clause. Right. Matthew, we've got to say it. They can't ignore the elephant in the room. Does he show up on Dynamite this Wednesday? Do we want him on Dynamite? I mean, I want him on Dynamite, but is right now, the right time?
They've still got a pay-per-view to sell, and that's what AEW does. They still sell pay-per-views. It's not trying to just get a subscription not to lapse or to hop over to a network or this, that, or the other. They've still got to get you to plunk down the $49.99 or whatever. Yeah, I haven't used the word plunk.
Very plop down, not plump down.
No, plunk it like kerplunk, plunk. And so. It's been a while. They gotta get you to press that buy button, man. I think you teasing for the pay-per-view, and I think maybe you've got 4 out of the 6 people announced for the ladder match. I think potentially you teasing for that.
So that ladder match, that's the one for the Professor Hulk gold and hemorrhoid donut ring?
Yeah, or are they gonna have a wild Joker or a mystery combatant anyway?
Maybe. I don't know. You never know. So
let me see him squaring off with frickin' Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Keith Lee, man.
That's a freaking
foursome.
What happens after?
Then they all hug and be friends, and then go get ice cream.
Put bananas. All right.
Yeah, and they pour the stuff on the ice cream that makes it hard.
The magic shell. Ooh, I love the magic shell. Hey, Sean Waltman, the X-Pac, the 1-2-3 kid, 6. He's got a match coming up at GCW this weekend. And he looks good. I hope it's not a massive hardcore match.
Yeah. Man, I haven't done it yet. I haven't pressed the buy button on the Fight app. But my goodness, I'm curious by GCW. I know they do a lot of stuff that's not my cup of tea, but they're running shows 2 a month or so. One of these days, my fingers are going to meander to my remote when that GCW is on, and I'm going to press that buy button.
Hey, I got a question for you. The vague promo that Edge did on Raw Monday night that referenced AJ Styles and Damian Priest, do you think it's a 3-way match, or are they just cards open?
No, give me AJ and Edge. It's a dream match for so many people. This is a year it can happen. Do not muddy the waters with a 3-way. Give Damian Priest. I mean, you've got some contenders there. The Finn Balor thing, I think you could take to Mania. There are other people that you could put in that picture. Give us AJ and Edge one-on-one. That is a dream match, a potential WrestleMania classic.
Hey, Jeff Hardy issued an update on his "I'm going to AEW" comments. Jeff Hardy apparently, while doing an interview with a YouTube creator, said that I'm going to AEW soon. I'm so excited. I'm nervous and excited. And then when that broke on the internet, Jeff Hardy seemed to be kind of stepping it back a little bit. He goes, look, nothing's official. It can't be right now. I've simply set a goal for myself and I will achieve it, eventually. The main thing is don't get excited.
Maybe he got confused, kind of like Danhausen did, and he actually meant he was going to A&W to get something, and he was nervous because he didn't know what he was going to order.
It's possible. It is absolutely possible. Let's talk about SmackDown tonight. We are coming off of the Elimination Chamber, and there is going to be a new Intercontinental Champion on TV tonight by the name of Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I mean, Sami Zayn is worth tuning in for. He is one of the most entertaining people on the roster. He apparently was able to beat the people that were conspiring against him, and you're setting up most likely that program with Johnny Knoxville, and don't think it necessarily needs the title, but it's interesting to see what Johnny Knoxville will do at Mania. So expect that to, probably get a little bit of moving the needle towards that WrestleMania match.
I'd say that's probably where we're going. We're also getting a rematch from Elimination Chamber, Drew McIntyre and Madcap Moss again.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, glad to hear Madcap Moss is doing well, and it's just, I'll tell you, man, Drew caught up in this program with Madcap Moss, and most likely a match with Corbin going into Mania. It just they seem like they've had a hard time having Drew find his stride after his initial title run, and I don't
initial
like
title runs.
Yeah,
remember he had some
right.
great programs with Braun and Randy Orton.
It was
and Bobby Lashley.
And I think the sword thing is ridiculous, man. I think having a lethal weapon in a wrestling ring, and especially,
oh my God, if they could get Mel Gibson at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Now, Drew versus Mel Gibson, I wouldn't mind. But was it the pay-per-view or was it a SmackDown in the build-up to the pay-per-view? The finish where he hit his finishing move, holding the sword. Get that stuff out of here, man.
Yeah, it's too much. It's shenanigans. Plus, hey, by the way, the new WWE champion is going to be on looking for Roman. It's Brock Lesnar. Farmer Brock in the house.
Yeah. And I mean, this is something, the match is announced, but I mean, I think there's definitely meat here that you can you can build towards Mania. Again, my concern we've got, let's see, today is the 20 something. So we are, for all intents and purposes, about 5 weeks out for Mania, and we've had probably 75-80% of the card announced. My concern is that holding pattern and the advancement of keeping things feeling fresh as we build to Mania over these next few weeks with very little mystery remaining.
That is SmackDown. We're obviously going to see, other things come up on SmackDown. Let's talk about Rampage tonight. We have we had some movement on Wednesday. We had Buddy Matthews, formerly known as Buddy Murphy, on WWE debut as part of the House of Black. We also will be getting some pretty interesting matchups tonight. Matthew, besides the Professor, Serena Deeb's 5-minute challenge, they've been putting on 3 to 4 matches per Friday night.
No, they do a good job. And, they do a good job of the pace of the show. And again, you're tuning in, the card, what you're going to see. It's something for you to get excited about as opposed to just kind of a grab bag. AEW's done a great job with that, and they continue to really, really make Rampage effective. There's a lot of companies that launching a new show in the first 6 or 7 months, you could really tell a certain show had a B feel, and Rampage has not been that. It has been every bit the equal of Dynamite, and they have made it such a good extension of that AEW brand.
We're going to have a contract signing tonight as well between Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and my girl, Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't feel like Britt Baker's title has been in jeopardy for a long time. I feel like it's
jeopardy.
And I think that's a good jeopardy. I think that would be a good, fresh champion for that women's division.
You think there's a chance?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's probably the way it will go.
By the way, I'm stalling because my preview of Rampage is nowhere to be found. So,
yeah, no, I want to see. I mean, as great as the Britt Baker run has been, I think that it's time for somebody else to take that title. I think it's Thunder Rosa, and I think you've got. You certainly can go potentially a Jamie Hayter program with Britt Baker. You can kind of break up that group a little bit. There's a lot of and here's the thing, man. Britt Baker is over. Britt Baker's over. Britt Baker doesn't need a title at this juncture.
The AEW TNT Championship is on the line. Sammy Guevara will be taking on Andrade El Idolo.
This will be an outstanding match. I don't know that we've seen Andrade featured very prominently since that fiery match with Cody, have we?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. This will be a solid wrestling match.
Speaking of another solid wrestling match, the Face of the Revolution ladder match qualifier for the Professor Hulk's Golden Hemorrhoid donut ring. Orange Cassidy will take on Anthony Bowens.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Anthony Bowens get the win here. I think this is a potential breakout performance for Anthony Bowens. And again, Cassidy doesn't need this, man.
Okay. And then finally, Wardlow will take on Nick Comoroto. I don't think we've seen Nick Comoroto in, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't think we have, but give.
And
Wardlow
that's a big deal because Nick Comoroto is not a little guy. I mean, Nick Comoroto. Mentally picture this dude. That's the big hairy dude with the white jacket.
Yeah. The story here is going to be, can Wardlow do his consecutive powerbomb deal? And I think that's going to be the story of this match. Seeing him do it on a big boy.
There's talk Hook may be showing up as well. I'm excited just for that.
Hulk Hogan?
Hook.
Oh.
Send Hook.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you got to do. You just got to have that music hit, man. You talk about a theme song that can get people excited for hour number 2, or hour number 3, basically your show after Dynamite. Play Hook's entrance, man. That's right up there with Adam Cole as far as getting the crowd fired up.
It's not number 1, but it's really close. I'm telling you, because it's all about the boom. That pops the place. Honestly, Jericho's Judas is still the number 1 song out there. It's all about the boom has got to be number 2, but that Hook song is right there.
Yeah, no, without a doubt.
Well, that is wrestling for the week. Plus, we got a little bit of talk on. Did you see what happened on OVW on last night?
Some familiar faces from a lot of different perspectives.
Well, one of our partners, our Linda Kay, was ring announcing and had an interview with somebody that does some hardcore country.
Ricky Skaggs?
No. Come on, man.
oh, Mickey James. I'm sorry.
Mickey James.
Fantastic. My goodness. OVW getting all of the stars.
Unfortunately, interrupted by Moose.
Yeah, I mean, you're TNA champ or your Impact champion.
Your Impact champion. And it's not the TNA champ anymore. It's not the the Global Wrestling Championship, whatever one he was carrying around for all. He is the proper Impact Wrestling champion.
Legit Impact champion. Yeah. A lot of gold in Louisville last night.
Louisville. That's right. Well, hey, good to see our girl, Linda Kay, our partner, our team member, kind of setting up the festivities there. So, Matthew, again, what a great week. Thank you to Linda Kay. Thank you to Matthew Thomas. Folks, if you haven't yet, subscribe, like, download, hit us up on Apple Podcasts, hit us up on iTunes, hit us up on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Sprecher, Root Beer, whatever the other one is called, Speecher, Spocker. What's that one called? Stitcher. Stitcher. That's it.
USS Enterprise?
Yeah, the USS Enterprise. Yeah. Beam us up. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We have been seeing unprecedented numbers in the last couple months, and we want to keep that train rolling. So, like Aerosmith, thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you Monday morning. So long, everyone.